Hello friends, that's my next video on marketing environment unit, and I will try to cover here objective number 3, that is the analyzing external marketing environment that has got two components, micro and the macro factors. But in this particular video, the objective of coverage is the micro factors that we are trying to cover. Macro we will introduce only in this particular video, however, we will explain the macro in the objective number 4 coverage. So moving with the business environment of the firm as described in previous videos also, the internal, external, which has got two components, micro and the macro. So micro environment components include supplier, intermediaries, customer, competitors, public and company, and one by one, I'll be explaining about all the components of micro environment. So let's move with the micro environment. Internal environment we have already covered in the previous video, and these components were explained in detail. So moving on to the external environment that needs to be analyzed every 6 months or every quarter or twice in a year to understand the opportunities and threats available in the market. So this OT analysis, all the successful marketeers needs to scan twice, and then they need to make a forecast as per the environmental scanning, forecast of economy, forecast of technology, forecast of market demand, and forecast of government regulations. And this, forecast should be made for short-term marketing plans. In order to do the analysis, we need to have the different sources of information. We need to be alert through the following, and these different sources comes from business press. Government publications are available in the market, trade journals, professional publications, and we have other sources at the same time to scan the environment on micro and macro factors. We have got sales representatives, we've got customers, intermediaries, and we've got association that keep on publishing the data. And we need to analyze this data and scan the external environment. And based upon that, we need to make forecasting and matching the internal environment. So there are different names by which micro and macro external environments are called. Micro is also known as immediate environment, operational external environment, task environment, internal factors, not environment, that affect single firm or smaller societal forces. Whereas the macro is also known to be remote environment, general external environment that affects all firms or industries. These are called dimensions of business environment or larger societal forces. But the focus is on micro environment in this video, and the component includes the company itself, suppliers, intermediaries, competitors, public, and the customers. There is an acronym that is famous for microenvironment. We call it COSMIC. For macro, the pastel is famous. For micro, cosmic is famous. So cosmic means C stands for competitors, O stands for organization itself, S stands for supplier, M stands for market support agencies, I stands for intermediaries, and C stands for customers. So the focus is on marketing environment and the factors that are close to the company. I have already named them earlier. Moving further with the explanation of these micro environment components, let us go with the explanation now. First of all, let's take the company itself. So while designing marketing program, marketing management takes other company departments. That's how we call it the integrated marketing function. Each company has to perform the integrated marketing function. That means they need to consider the other departments into account, such as the production, finance, HR, operations, and all these departments form an internal environment of the company, and they should work in harmony to provide superior value and customer satisfaction. Then comes the supplier, who is the resource providers, and the resources such as raw material, component parts, capital goods are needed by the company, to produce the finished products and services. So today, companies treat suppliers as partners, and these partners helps us in creating and delivering customer value. For example, Walmart, in its supplier development department, publishes a supplier proposal guide and maintain a supplier website to navigate the complex Walmart buying process. So these suppliers' success and buyer depend upon their interdependent relationship, depends upon their commitment to quality and service and knowledge of external factors. Any interruptions in flow of inputs will affect the entire industrial chain. Next is marketing intermediaries. They are known as the channel members or merchants. Actually, there are two types of intermediaries. One is the functional intermediaries, and second is the merchant intermediaries. So these functional intermediaries, they don't take the title of the ownership. However, the merchant intermediaries take the title of the ownership. So these merchants and agents are responsible for the distribution functions and acts as a connecting link between a producer and the consumer in the market. And these intermediaries, merchant intermediaries, are called wholesaler and retailer, who takes the title and then resell at a profit on their own risk. That's why they're called merchant. Whereas these functional intermediaries known as agents, they don't take the title. Now, they may negotiate on producer behalf without taking the title. And they earn their commissions. Whereas merchants such as wholesaler and retailer, they take the title and redistribute the products and services in the entire value delivery network at a profit. The micro environment have got other intermediaries at the same time. We call them fourth parties, such as logistics companies, market service agencies, such as research firms, advertising agencies, media firms, consultancy firms. They helps a lot in the promotion of the products and services to the right market for companies' point of view. Financial intermediaries are also acting as the fourth party, such as banks, credit companies, insurance companies, and they help financial transactions against risk associated with the buying and selling of goods. Then comes the customers itself, who are the decision maker, who deals with the organizations and intermediaries directly and makes the purchase decisions. Then the next component in the microenvironment is the competitors who are providing the similar offer. So, an industrial marketer needs to gather information on SWOT, competitor strategies, their strengths and weaknesses, their reaction patterns. So, to succeed, you need to serve better as compared to your competitors. Otherwise, you will lose your customers and the value and satisfaction. Now, moving on to the another component of microenvironment, that is the public, who are the interested group of people, and they have the interest in organizational ability to achieve their objectives. We have got the different types of public. We've got the financial public, we've got the media public, we've got the government public, and the primary marketing activity to influence the policy decision of the government public and maintaining relation with them is called lobbying. So we've got the citizen action public, other opinion formers. So PR department takes care of these issues in the organization. We've got the local public like neighborhood residents and community organizations such as resident welfare associations, which are answered by a company's community relationship officers. Then we have got the general public, means all the people in the market who have interest towards company offerings. They are known as the general public, basically. And we've got the internal public, the people working within the organization on the company payroll, like workers, skilled manpower. So, large companies use newsletters and other means to inform and motivate their internal public. Then marketing plans are required for publics and customer market to obtain a positive response from them. So in a nutshell, if you see, these are different types of public that I've already spoken about. Customers who deals with the organizations, consumers are the end users, employee the internal markets, suppliers who provide the raw material, media who provide the support, and the investors who want ROI from the company itself, the government like politicians, administrators, uh, civil servants, government officials, channel members. Then you have got the intermediaries and other opinion formers, which includes people and organizations that can control the opinions, attitudes, and behaviors of others, like trade associations, politicians, community. They want good product and service and insist on corporate social responsibility. Then comes, the macro environment. These are the larger societal forces And the acronym for macro environment is the PESTEL. So the larger forces that affects the microenvironment, such as political forces, economic forces, socio-cultural forces, technological forces, legal forces, and the ecological environment. So, with this, I like to once again mention that the third objective is being covered, which is to analyze the external marketing environment that has got two dimensions. One is the micro, and the second is the macro factors. And the components of micro environment has been spoken in this particular video. And now with this, I like to produce another video for macro environment and designing of the PESTEL framework. And for micro, I would like to end this particular video by thanking you all for patiently listening to my content. Thank you very, very much.